All right, I am Rachel with Motor Coach Life, and I am here with Mark with On Your Mark Transportation, and we wanted to talk to you a little bit about our driver competition, our UMA driving course, and how you as UMA members can benefit from using this.
On Your Mark Transportation has been doing this since the inception in 2017 in St. Louis, and we've been doing not only the United Motor Coach driver skills courses, but also state associations, regional associations, and company associations. And companies really need to take advantage. Since they're United Motor Coach members, they can use the trailer loaded with all the barrels and cones and everything needed to put on a rodeo. They're allowed to use that at no charge for the trailer.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is. And it gives the opportunity for drivers to get some skills and some tests before they come to the driver rodeo. But more importantly, as a consultant, I travel to a lot of companies, and a lot of owners often say, I can't figure out why my drivers hit so many things. Mostly because they're not being trained and retrained.
Yes.
And it takes next to nothing to be able to set up a course. We have fun. So people think, we call it a driver rodeo, and it's fun, and it really is fun. But really what we're also doing is testing which skills, which drivers need some extra help on. And I've had a lot of companies say, I never knew that my drivers couldn't do the backup, or couldn't do the parallel parking, or could, the right turns. How many people hit the barrel on our course, and they go, wow, that's why we have right turn scrapes. Well, practice it, but let's have a rodeo first to have fun, and then figure out which skills need to be improved on.
I know when I covered the driver competition last year, I was able to speak to a lot of the drivers that were in the competition, and they did mention that they hadn't seen a competition course or a cone course since they were hired or got their CDL, and they just had no preparation, and they just kind of jumped in there for the competition. So in your opinion, how have you seen results from company? Have you had any feedback from owners on before and after results?
Yes. After we've done them for companies, and especially too, even when we've done them with state associations. And thankfully, more and more state associations are starting to do these. They see how much better drivers are doing and how much more careful, and they realize that the slow speed accidents are ones that damage the buses more than high speed.
Yeah, my boss always told me, don't damage buses slowly. That is actually the worst kind of damage. You just keep going with it, and it just gets worse.
It does. That's right. That's right. So it's just a great opportunity. And the thing about the United Motor Coach Association International Driver Skills Competition is that any driver, like the 17 that showed up today, they are 17 of the best, and they're out here, and boy, I'll tell you what, they all are award winners just because of the fact that their companies or their state associations chose them to come and represent, and I think that's pretty amazing.
I agree. The stress that they were behind and the anxiety that they had, they performed, I think, better than I would have performed out there. And I was so nervous. They wanted all me to go out there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. So for them to put themselves out there and compete, they were already winners in my mind.
Oh, very much so. And that is why we're very careful to not allow other drivers to watch while the drivers are going through the course. There's very limited spectators just for that reason, to try and keep that nerve level down a little bit. So.
Yes, and I know I had some people that asked me if I could be in the bus, and I let them know I wouldn't want anybody filming me from behind the driver's seat. I made sure not to film anybody's faces, tried not to. It was just an anonymous bus driving, but it really highlighted how much we really need to, as an overall industry, just focus on making our drivers better and giving them the tools that they need to do their job every day.
Well, and that's why in closing, I'd really want to take this moment to thank you for being out there, because you're getting the word out to drivers groups, and then the drivers take that back to the owners. And I know a lot of owners follow you and follow your videos, and the recognition that you're giving to this contest really, really helps. I know I've gotten more phone calls in the last year since you've been doing this. And I know it's because of the positive that you're doing out there with the media support. So thank you.
That's so glad to hear. And thank you guys for joining us. And I will include all his information and the contact on your mark transportation to get with your company as UMA members and set up a rodeo coast for your drivers and make it fun, make it a day. Let's do this. Let's make our industry better.
Yes.
Thank you.